Hello, I'm Jackie Cranny and I'm going to give you a very brief introduction to student wellbeing in curricular resources. The aim of the UNSW Healthy Universities initiative is to take a positive approach to supporting students and staff in effectively working toward their meaningful learning and professional goals. In doing so, we partner with the Student Wellbeing Committee of Practice and see their separate video and these are some of the key aspects of this presentation. These are the different areas of interest of the Healthy Universities initiative, but this year we've been focusing on student wellbeing and supporting course coordinators in particular to support student wellbeing. So we know there are lots of reports reporting increases in university student distress. These are quite controversial, but regardless, students do experience numerous stressors, and if they are not adequately managed, this can lead to significant distress. So the population approach is where we have a continuum from ill-being to well-being. We as educators cannot help students who have psychological disorders in the sense that we need to refer them to psychologists. However, as educators, we can play a role in early intervention, prevention, and the promotion of well-being by creating learning supportive environments and promoting learning of skills such as self-management skills. And this really is a fabulous opportunity for progressive universities. So 3 interrelated approaches at UNSW: creating a learning supportive environment, focusing on relatedness, in particular student academic interpersonal behaviours, and in-curricular opportunities for evidence-based student self-management skill building. So these 3 approaches or aspects on the left are leading to increased student motivation and engagement, which should lead to more effective effort, which should lead to them achieving meaningful and realistic academic goals, which can be seen as success. This increases psychological need satisfaction and increases well-being. Taking one particular theory, the self-determination theory, as our framework here, you can see on the right there that there are 3 basic psychological needs: relatedness, autonomy, and competence. At a university level, the concept of belonging is also very important and is in some ways related to that relatedness psychological need. So I'll leave you to read through these aspects of those 3 psychological needs, and you can read a whole lot more about this approach at this website, which I highly recommend, the unistudentwellbeing.edu.au, the University of Melbourne project funded by OLT, which created these 5 modules and also the whole of university approach there that you can see on the right circle. Do dig into this resource, it's very good. So looking at relatedness, just briefly, a literature review came up with some evidence-based strategies that increase the sense of students being cared for, or that you do care for them as an educator. Even things like learning their names. I know that that's impossible in very large classes, but even if you learn the names of a few students, perhaps a few each time you interact with them, they appreciate that. Also at this website that I just said was very good, there are a number of different suggestions there and various student videos demonstrating some of these principles. So what about self-management? There's the definition. Within an academic context for students, this includes 3 of the major concerns for students, including time management, procrastination, and exam anxiety. I believe that self-management is at the basis and is fundamental to all of our UNSW graduate capabilities, and of course these sorts of things are valued by employers. So some examples of in-curricular opportunities, focusing on the Moodle section and course, and then the rubber brain, And then for program directors in particular, the standalone psychology wellness units that you might want to recommend as electives for your students in your majors. So in terms of the Moodle resources, we have the section and we also have the more recent course. Okay, and you need to choose which of these you want to deal with in your courses if you want to integrate some of these tools. They do have the same content in terms of the tools that are there and the information that's there. It's just different presentation and different pros and cons. So I'll leave you to read through that, but just keep in mind the Moodle section versus the Moodle course and having to make a decision about that. Nalini will be, there are different videos about how to import the section and also about how to link with the course. And Nalini Pather will be talking more about the course in a different video. You can also look at the Healthy University's Course Coordinator Manual to help guide you in this regard. So the Moodle section looks like a long list. In some ways it's a bit overwhelming. However, keep in mind that you can hide whatever you want, just like any material in your Moodle course. And this is the much nicer looking new course, okay, the Moodle course that you can link out to. And Nalini will explain that in her separate video. The Rubber Brain has many tools that students can use for things like time management, study strategies, and so on. Have a look at Chapter 7. It's used as a text in those two a Science of Wellbeing courses. And but most importantly, it can be used as a resource by you in your course as well. So there are suggestions for how you can use this book in the Healthy University's Course Coordinator Manual. Standalone courses, there's two of them, one online and one flipped, and you can have a look at that to see what kind of topics are actually covered. And finally, some resources, including some very useful websites, and don't forget the Healthy University's Course Coordinator Manual, and also there's the contact details of the team, the UNSW Healthy University's team that has been working on the manual and various resources. So you can get some guidance from any one of us, just ask. So good luck with integrating self-management strategies into your curriculum, and don't forget to look after your own well-being. Thanks for your attention.